45-minute session for a client. So I'm going to be sharing psychic wisdom and energy healing. If any of you are interested in booking a session with me, you can visit my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I'm going to go ahead and read the goals here and get started. Okay. Okay, dear Abbey, I'm not sure what I am needing right now. Not sure if all the external conflicts in the world are stirring up many of the internal ones. Please tune in and see what you can. I need something new in my life and feeling too worn out to have any enthusiasm about looking for it. So you know you need something. You're worn out from life. So figuring out what that something is, you just don't have the energy. You need some support. And maybe all the external conflicts in the world are stirring up the internal ones. And you want to get some perspective. I can so relate. I guarantee there's people out there that are raising their hands. They can so relate to this. I know what it feels like to feel too worn out and to know you need something but not really sure what it is. Thank you so much for this gift. I am really honored to get to help you today and get to share this experience with others. Okay. I'm ready. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Hope you guys don't mind. The sunlight has funny little dots upon me. Okay, here we go. Interesting. It's a human centipede. It's a lot of women. They all look like the same woman. And they kind of work together in order to create the effect as though they're one form with many arms. And they kind of are on top of each other in a way. They all wear the same kind of turquoise colored tight shirt. They all have like a kind of a tan colored skin. They have kind of a strange roll upon their head and his blonde hair. There's like a pinup girl from, I don't know, the 30s or something kind of style going on here. They're identical. There's like 10, 12 identical women. And when they kind of merge together in a way, they blend into each other and they just go kind of upon each other, almost like some kind of, like they're positioned in a way that you can't tell that it's many people. So it looks like just one. And it kind of creates the effect because there's these moving hands of like a centipede. And it's upright. It's not on the ground. It's literally upright, vertical. They all have black lipstick on. And the one is coming out. I mean, they're all kind of separating so I can see the many. And they're very acrobatic. I mean, they're all doing kind of leaps and tumbles, and they're running in different directions as though they're getting ready for the next act. But one of them comes towards me. She actually kind of looks like Rihanna, because she takes a blonde wig off and she looks like Rihanna. And, okay. She represents a lot of things. Some of it is good. Something creative. The spirit of creativity. The spirit of athleticism, acrobat, ability, strength, health. The gift of being an illusionist. These are charms. These are absolute charms. The beauty of the woman. Definitely charming here. What's lacking though is if it's almost like everything appears to be phenomenal, charming, right? But there's a hidden mystery, and if you knew the hidden mystery, you would be devastated. I'm almost certain there's a movie I watched. Rihanna was in it, and she looks like herself, but it's like an alien movie. And in that movie, she actually really looks like an alien that can kind of change forms. And the background story of this alien is sad. It's incredibly accomplished, incredibly talented, but there's a very sad background story. So obviously the presentation is similar here in your journey. This woman represents so much talent, but beneath the surface, like in this movie and the alien story, there's so much of a background story that's very sad. But it's the unspoken background story. It's what you don't know, but you feel it anyway. You can kind of feel it anyway. It doesn't matter how good you are, you can kind of feel it, that there's something sad behind the scenes or beneath the surface. So I've just been sort of standing here just looking at this woman, and all the other reflections have kind of disappeared, and we are in an underground tunnel. She too transforms. She too changes shape, just like in the movie. She doesn't show me her true form, though. Something makes me feel angry, all right? So when I watch this image of Rihanna, it's absolutely flawless, phenomenal woman, talented, okay? Transform into a something we don't know, because she's not allowing me to see her true form. But I look at that something, which is just blank, okay? And the vibration that comes back to me, I feel my response to it is anger. This is affecting the heart. And it feels a bit powerless. And you want the truth. You don't want the illusion. You want the truth. Because you admire the truth more. Because if there isn't, if it's like, if you're presented with the illusion and think that's the truth, you'll always be living in a lie. And so you want the truth. Because you want to live in the truth. You don't want to live in a lie. The challenge now is, how are we ever going to know what that truth is? So we see the presentation of this woman. We know that's not who she really is. She won't show us who she really is. So there's anger because I just want the truth. Okay, so we have to follow along with this storyline to understand. Powerlessness, because you can't force her to show you the truth. You can't force her to show herself. Can't force it. You can want it, but that doesn't mean you're going to get what you want. So you're powerless to that. But you aren't going anywhere. So you stand here and continue to watch, and you express yourself and say, I want the truth. And she's not changing. Because inside of herself, as this something, I can't tell what she actually looks like. She's insecure. She doesn't want you to see the real her, because the real her is too ugly. That's what she says. Huh. You're really thinking right now about this. I mean, what's nice here is that you're giving her room to be imperfect, so to speak. You're giving her room to say, I feel like I would be too ugly. Like, you won't be able to cope. You're going to see me. The real me is too ugly. You're giving her room to be able to say that, which means you're a genuine person. There's many paths that start to develop here based on how you process the response. How you're looking and you're requesting and you are getting some form of an answer, which in a way is okay. It's something, you know? I tell you that you're better off walking away, because I feel like this is like the worm on the hook. And so you really want, in this scene, to really see her for who she truly is. You're having this conversation about the truth versus the illusion. She's giving you an answer, which is feeding you. Feeding the you that wants something only to lure you in deeper, and she's never really going to give you what you want. It's literally going to, it's like, don't be satisfied with that, okay? Show me or don't show me. If you don't want to show me and then you want to just say things like, oh, I'm too ugly for you, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, see ya. You need to go find what you're actually looking for, not an illusion. We already know she represents illusion. So why would you lure yourself along this path? Don't do it. She's either going to be straight up with you or she's not. If she chooses to not be straight up with you, then move on. Don't waste your time. It's interesting, time is. Time is precious, okay? Because time is precious, time is honest. And time is what you make of it. What are you learning? How is this reflection guiding you down the wormhole to what? What is it that you really want here? Just say it from the get-go. And it either is or it isn't. See ya. Okay? That's how quick you can be about this, and that's how you start getting what you want out of life. I mean, you really got to know what you want right now, and don't waste your time. Just, it is or it isn't. I'm going to move on to the next thing, because this is what I need out of life. I'm going to be straight up. What you see is what you get. I'm going to be straight up, and so I need you to be straight up. If you can't be that, then I need to move on. That is honoring what it is you want, actually truly want in your heart. Because the mind, I'm telling you, it's gonna create all these ideas and these illusions. Well, you're gonna hurt her feelings, or maybe she does want to show you, she just needs some help, maybe some coaxing along the way. But vibrationally, just reading her energy, she's the worm on the hook. That's what echoes back to me about her. She's the worm on the hook. I don't know if there's a real person in your life that she represents, or if she represents an idea that you need to contemplate, okay? Or she represents literally a being, an interdimensional being. She does have an interdimensional vibe to her. She has more of an interdimensional vibe, like a non-earthly vibe, than she has a human vibe. So that's also a possibility here. She may be representing a real consciousness. But for right now, the best I could tell you is she definitely represents an idea. And this idea is important for you when it comes to knowing the preciousness of time, knowing what you want is the truth. You're tired of illusions because you don't want to live in an illusion. You just want to live in the truth. You actually do have a definition of truth, because I could come to you and say, well, seriously, everything is literally true. You could take any case into a court system and say, it's this. And they'll say, nope, it's this. Nope, it's this. Nope, it's this. Nope, it's this. It's good. It's bad. You know, a picture holds 1,000 words. All of them are correct. Okay, so what's really the truth, right? You actually have a definition of the truth vibrationally. It's about depth and caring about depth and realness, and feeling depth and realness, and how you are a good listener, how you respond, how you express yourself, how you wonder about the universe. There's a genuineness, and that is truth. That's what you are talking about. I mean, you literally vibrationally have a definition to what the truth is that you are looking for. You already know what it is, okay? That's pretty neat, actually. That already says a lot about you. I mean, true depth here. I'm going to ask you, do you want to follow her, or do you want to see something new? I'm sorry, I'm so excited to see what you say. Doesn't matter, we can do either. Okay, let's see what you say. Okay, I'm going to calm down. Okay. I am showing the next scene. You manifested this next scene, by the way. I still see the path to her still exists here. There is something ant-like about her. There's something insectoid about her. There's nothing truly vicious. It's kind of, in a way, lost. I can tell this vibrationally because we've shifted gears, so it's allowing me to get more access, okay? So some new things about her, because we kind of shifted gears. Sometimes when you look away and separate from something, you will gain more. By not interacting, sometimes you will gain more. You ever have that happen where you really need to know something and then you just stop looking for a while and somehow it just appears? So we are actually, I'll tell you what the next scene is. But she is insectoid. She's not representing human, and she's lost. So is she an incarnate insectoid, or is she kind of like a soul that still carries kind of an insectoid vibe, but is like lingering in between dimensions that you know? We'll find out. But you show me that you're kind of trapped in a glass, like a window. You're trapped in a window. And you literally are like splat like a pizza, like that hit a windshield, like the car going 100 miles per hour, and then someone threw a pizza at the windshield and went into it. You're literally a pizza stuck inside a window. This is what you look like. You're like a splatted pizza person. And can't get out of this. The reason why you're like this is because your life has become quite thin. It's lost its dimension, which means there's not a lot of room to breathe. You could be feeling stifled or suffocated by life. So I'm going to give you more room, okay? Because this is a very unhealthy state of being for you. Someone so deep, right? Because you've already defined what truth means to you. You already have a definition. And truth isn't just everything is true. To you, it is truth. Like literally speaking from a place of as best as you know at this time, because you deeply contemplated and felt about it. You spoke respectfully from a place of depth and truth as best you understood, like you define it, okay? That means you're quite deep. So to be stuck in this flat existence, not healthy for you, okay? Believe it or not, people can find dimensional freedom in flat spaces. So not you though, okay? Not you, at least at this time. It's almost barfable to pull you out of this. It did some serious damage you literally are like a bug on a windshield. Man, you got hit really hard. like you got hit by a Mack truck and you were a bug. And how you're a pizza person inside the windshield, like. And as I'm removing this window, okay, so I'm separating you from the window, it is really painful. You got hit hard, and it's not easy to restore you. It's not easy to restore you. Something of the color orange is really rising up to the surface here. Red, orange, yellow. Green. Like, we're going up the chakra colors here. There's like cyan and there's intense blue. There's purple, there's white. There's some screaming in the background. This isn't giving you dimension yet, but is supporting the process. I hear kind of like the xylophone and the notes going up the scale from lowest to highest. This is satisfying. This is somehow healing your spine. There's a gross blubbery energy that's around your brain in this image. And your brain's suffocated. And you really are worn out. I mean, there is a blubbery mass around your brain and your brain can't breathe. So let's say life dishes out some challenge and you fall for it and you can't get back up. It's like purposefully throwing yourself down the stairs because you had a bad day. We do this. But this is an energy thing. This is like, I can't deal with it, and it's just spiraling into an emotional rut. We do this. Why though? Why do we hurt ourselves? Because life hurts us. Now we need to do the same. So now we need to double on the hurt. You have to be that much stronger. You have to stand up against the wind that's trying to blow you down. Don't let the wind take you off your own feet. Life will challenge you. You need to use the warrior call and scream at the wind and say, not today. But it's like there was this exhausted wave and just take me. And there's a falling. And in that falling, there is this flat pancake moment, and now you just, I mean, you suffocated yourself energetically big time. And then what is this blubbery mass thing? It seems to kind of be sucking like on your brain. It's so weird looking. So that's what happens when you don't stand strong, when you fall. But I mean, we're human. Let's see, how many times in a year does this happen? Like, it's kind of classic human, you know. I'm just supposed to say that, though. I am supposed to say that. When life gets hard, don't just throw yourself down the stairs and say, I'm done. Because it'll get harder to get yourself out of that rut, to fix your broken legs. It's almost like, maybe in a way that is you saying stop to the pain by putting yourself into a handicapped situation, like a debilitated one. So in order to stop everything about how hard life is, maybe we do it like because of that. I don't know. Why do we do it? It helps for you to just vent about it. It does help for you to just vent about it. It's like you need somebody who's on the same page, literally on the same level as you. You need someone on the same level as you. Because me just, like, you just venting about this and us just talking about it, even if we don't have the answers, is actually somehow a solution. Venting and talking with somebody who's on the same page at the same level, right? Simply that is a solution in and of itself. It's support, you know? Sometimes the best support is just a good listening ear and somebody who can relate, you know? It does bring the strength back into your legs. You do want to go after that. You want to go in the direction of that insectoid consciousness, but not yet. You need to recover, you need to repair. And in a way, you needed another pair of eyes in order to see, so that you're not continue to go down the rabbit hole. Like, you need to get stronger, and once you're strong, then you can pursue. Because you want to help her. So that tells me that time is precious. The most precious use of your precious time is yourself. You are the most precious part of your precious time, is mending yourself first and foremost. When you're strong, you can follow your heart to heal another. When you're broken trying to heal another, you can get lost. Sometimes you aren't strong enough to go down to that level, because in a way, maybe you attracted it because you were at the same level as each other. Maybe it seemed like that would be perfect, but something about this, beneath the surface, you need to become stronger, then you can help that soul, okay? You're getting stronger, but I'm hearing other waves of information, and the same feeling that I got initially, that she was going to absorb your time, thus absorb you, is going to be the outcome. So you may think you can help her or heal her, but all she's going to do is kind of like trap you and drain you. So you can get a lot stronger, but that's only going to give her more energy and time to kind of manipulate you away from what you want to get out of this life. But your guides are actually saying, we will move forward with that choice, okay? So we're going to do it. I can't wait to see what happens. Okay. All right, I'm seriously trying to calm down here. You are starting to be strong enough to pick yourself up now. You actually are picking yourself up now. It's pretty cool. Like, go you. But you look a lot better than you did, but your legs are very oddly shaped, almost like the calves are backward. Like, things are kind of switched in places, so you're not straight. You're not aligned. You're just not aligned. And there's something goofy, like you own a circus, and you're a midget, and you're wearing white pinstriped pants, white shoes. You have really large feet. I don't know if you're doing it to be funny or circusy like. You have a white top hat, very Mad Hattery, but white. It has a bow on it. You have white kind of like facial hair, white mustache. You have a kind of like a circusy, like you're at the leader of the parade, you know? It's kind of like a cane with a round ball at the top. You have a little pinstripe suit coat. It has pink and teal colored, very thin stripes. A white shirt underneath. You're very, you're presentable. Absolutely. And the more I describe you, the more it helps you to kind of twist and turn all your parts so they're you look balanced, okay? But you're meant to look like a midget, and this represents You're not... You're not yourself still. You're not yourself. Who are you trying to be? You want to put on a show. It comes back to creativity, comes back to the Rihanna character from the movie. I mean, it comes back to incredible talent, incredible feminine beauty, incredible skill, music and dance, strong, healthy body. It comes back to that. It's alluring. It's amazing. I mean, it deserves so much applaud because it is a talent that takes a long time to develop that skill. And you kind of say the show must go on. You want to put on a show. And now there's elephants, there's other people that represent like a trapeze, and I mean, there's other people coming in that have talent and skills that would be related to a circus. A lot of the colors are kind of flashy white, light pink colors, teal. You're proud of yourself. You're proud when you can put on a show. You can bring joy to people's lives. You can bring an entertainment to people's lives. You want to do that. It doesn't matter if I know how to be me or not. This is just a me that I want to be right now because I want to make people happy. I say that's good, actually. I mean, because I can feel the energy coming back to yourself. Like slowly but surely, every step of the way, you are getting brighter on the inside. You really are getting brighter on the inside. So let's continue to follow through with this. And it's almost like when you make others happy, it makes you feel stronger in who you are. Almost like you know that when you're doing the right thing, you know when you're on the right path, when you reach other people and you bring joy to people's lives. When you're not getting that receptivity, then you wonder where you're lacking in yourself. That's what's coming forward here. But you're bringing the circus to us, and you're putting on a show for us. We're underground. We're in the same location as that insectoid woman. She's kind of down a tunnel. She's a thing. She is a centipede. Is that what she is? She was showing us all along what she was, a centipede. Nobody's coming to the show. I thought maybe you're putting it on for us here, like just through your session for all of us. Maybe you're putting it on for her. Maybe you're putting on for whoever. Who are you putting the show on for? Oh. You have kind of a weird wake-up call. And your big plans, I mean, they didn't work out the way you thought they were going to. Like, this was supposed to be a spectacular thing. This was gonna bring light and joy to people. And nobody came. What was I doing? What was I thinking? And I see all the circus people, the elephant, the trapeze artist, the lion tamer, all this. They're all starting to turn into energy, and they're starting to come into you really quickly, into your heart. So they were all projections of you. And you're kind of frustrated with yourself. And it's not because nobody came. It's not because it didn't really reach her either. It was all about you and an idea. And something happened, something shifts inside you, and you know that this idea is not correct. And that is a big disappointment. That is not even copable. It's such a big disappointment. And all the dreams that were a part of yourself come rushing back into your heart from the backside and like punch you in the back, and you're like almost lose your breath over it, and you're just let down. And I say I find this interesting because you just created a whole circus, and she created a bunch of people to create an image. Like, she put on a show too, and here you are putting on a show as well. So maybe you both aren't too far off from each other. Maybe there just seems to be some growth here, some new awareness, some new visibility. And who is she? You're not ready yet still, you say. You're still not ready yet. Okay. You basically say, you basically kind of show me blank. Like, you're trying to speak, but you don't even know what the words are, so it's all blank to you. You're just like, blank. 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 Okay? And I stop time in one of your blanks. I write, hello. Hello. I fill in the blank with hello. Let's see what happens. You don't like that. I tainted your blank, apparently. I'm not supposed that's not what goes there. So I write it differently, and I mean, I basically spell it the same, but I send the vibe that it's like, hello? Hello? Anybody out there? Hello? What? Like, so I'm saying hello in all these different ways. It's like, hello, McFly. Anybody in there? Hello? Anybody out there? Somehow you get it now. Somehow that made sense to you. And I see you become a giant centipede. And believe it or not, you're a very handsome centipede. Because as you become the centipede, and the vibration that comes to me is you're the best looking centipede this universe has ever known. Like, I'm like hit with a wave of ooh la la, like you're the best looking centipede I've ever seen. Really, you really are. Vibrational truth says you're the best looking centipede. I love it. You really are one good looking centipede. If I saw you in real life, I wouldn't think so. I don't like bugs. But, oh my God, yeah, you totally got what it takes. You're like the best. You're like prom king. You know that. You know you're good looking. Yeah. You like, yeah, I know. Like, I know I am. I know I am. Like, okay, cool. Like, like, what do you do when you can say, yeah, I know? And there's no ego. It's just like, it just is the truth. You know, there's nothing else to it but the truth. It's pretty cool. So you're definitely doing centipede-like movements here. And I just stop time for a minute and I say, I want to get your opinion on this. What is the truth and what is the illusion? I want you to tell me the answer to this question. Were you not being honest with yourself? Did you not even know? This centipede you shows me yourself here in this human world. And you have many of your heads, your head duplicated hundreds of times, are in the belly of this centipede, and they're always rolling around in there. and they're confused, and the heads bump into each other, and they just don't know which direction to look, where to go. Like the heads are just like basketballs rolling around, and they're kind of like confused heads. And the centipede you carries your human heads inside of its own body. And the centipede you is tired of trying to reach your mind. Is going to leave now and let go of you. And believe it or not, this seems weird, okay? But all the heads come out like pooping out grapes, okay? And they all merge together into one head, and that turns into a spirit. And the spirit then comes back to your heart. And you're released from within the bowels of this other you that is a centipede in another dimension, another time and place. And before I asked the centipede, how in the world were you supposed to, centipede, how are you going to help the human by putting the heads in your belly? Like, I don't understand that. The centipede said that you came to him and asked him for help. And he said, the only place I can carry you is in my, the long torso. Like it wasn't to be digested. It was just simply where he could carry your energy. And so you entered into him, but you were looking for something. You started to duplicate yourself, your head specifically, many times. But he says that you were always one energy. He didn't have to carry more of you than you already were as one energy, even though I see that one energy duplicate into many heads. To him, you were just one energy. And he is literally a part of yourself here incarnate in this world. That's also why it's almost like you were catching up with your own soul, like another pathway of your own soul in this form. You were catching up with that pathway of yourself, but you were asking for help to come back to this pathway of that part of your own soul into your human form. And it wasn't really working out for either of you, but it gave you an opportunity to catch up with one another. Also, what's interesting is the centipede you is having a parallel experience to this human you. And there's also a lack in both of your lives simultaneously. Because the centipede you is also not necessarily satisfied. It is looking for something. It can't seem to find it. And I tell that centipede you it's not in that female. And he feels lonely and cut off from the others because he's different, not because he's good looking. You know, they're like, you're too good looking for us, we can't cope. No, it's just, I don't know, your personality, your nature, you bring something that is different. And I don't know, it seems like you chose to separate. It doesn't feel like they necessarily, you went your own way. He nods and says, that's one way to put it. Like, it doesn't sound like that's necessarily it, but that's it enough. He tells me that there's only one thing left to do, because he's been reading me the whole time, and he's been reading what I'm seeing, because he needs himself an interpretation that he can't see. But he also can't see it with your eyes because you're struggling with something parallel to himself here. And he actually is deciding to move on from this life now. I mean, he's literally quickly drying up from the inside. It's like, I like, no, wait, what? Why? Wait, what? But we can go back in time. We can stop time. So let's just talk to him for a minute. He says it's okay. He says, I got what I needed. I got what I needed out of this life. I got what I needed out of this moment, out of my path. out of what I was seeking but never found, but I actually did find what I was looking for, which was, how do I want to put this? Almost like a knowing that he doesn't need to look anymore. He doesn't need to look for anything anymore. And believe it or not, that was the answer to his life. Because he was, in a way, on his own looking for something that was never going to be found. Because it's like that in itself was the riddle, that the answer to the riddle was there was never anything to look for. And that's all he wanted. That's all he needs now. He doesn't want to, that was his purpose. That he feels very strongly in this. He's very at peace in this. Like this is fine. Like this is very at peace. He's sending vibrations and letting her go, because he has discovered that she herself is the same as him. She's looking for something that she herself will have to realize she will never find out there. It wasn't him, and for him, it wasn't her. Because it's not always that you are looking for your other half. When something is missing inside, it isn't always your other half that's missing. And you can get caught in the illusion as though it is your other half that will fill in the blank. And he said, when I said, hello, McFly, hello, somehow that vibration woke him up to himself. And something that he didn't notice or didn't see, didn't realize or didn't feel about it in that way before, which made him strong, knowing that he already was whole. And now that he knew that he already was whole, there was nothing else for him to find in that life. He's stronger now in spirit. And he's thankful too, because his lifetime was creating an energy friction with you. And he knows that he is going to be able to help you by leaving that body, become strong in who you are and help you understand who you are. And he's doing this for you and for himself. Like it's not really for, I mean, he's doing this because this is correct for him, but I see him in spirit form and everything's pushed away. Like he's totally like beyond that life. There's nothing else lingering here. There's no mystery unsolved for him because he figured it out in his own way for himself. And he's at peace with that. I feel you, the human, though, is wondering still about this female centipede. He says something like, don't wonder about what's already in your heart. Just feel the love is already there. You can't get it. You already have it. You already have it here. What you're looking for, you already have it here. And his energy just goes right into your heart. And he starts to fill in you. And what's interesting is beneath the surface of you asking him for help was him learning the rest of his lesson and returning to himself, which was you all along, which you were always together. It's just your parallel lives were somehow creating waves of frictions. And now you've gained yourself. You've gained yourself. And you have grown wise. And I actually see you having grown above, and there's nothing else for you to even feel attached to, because I don't even feel that your human self is attached. This is really important that, okay, how do I say this? It's about the power is here. The power is here, you, okay? Power is you. The power is you. And when you feel like you're missing something. You're lacking your own personal power. You are not missing anything. You have everything. You are everything already. And that is going to bring a lot of energy back into yourself, and it is going to rehabilitate you and help you feel alive again. Okay? Help you feel alive again. And I see the centipede brings music and creativity and colors, laughter and happiness, and also an alien vibe. He's bringing another world to you as well. And I see you starting to fill in with lots of creative information, creative energy. And it's quite nice. Maybe some time to integrate all of this. Like, could be a few weeks. So just give this some time, all right? Because I just feel that. I feel like you are getting to know yourself now. Like, you're going to be getting to know yourself for the rest of your life, but you needed this energy work, and you needed this conversation, and you needed this connection. You needed to be up to date, with yourself. Parallel lives, etc. And this now brings it back to you, okay? You are the nucleus of your now. All right. Thank you so much for that. That was amazing. How would anybody have ever guessed? I'm just really blown away. Thank you for sharing this experience. Wow. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say right now. Thank you. All right. And thank you everybody else who's got to participate in watching. Thank you for listening from beginning to end. Thank you for all your kind comments and your likes and your support. If any of you are new to my YouTube channel, don't be shy to subscribe. Have a wonderful day, everybody.